We were studying ayah number 3. حُرِّمَتْ عَلَيْكُمُ الْمَيْتَةُ. The maytah has been made unlawful to you. By who? Who has made it unlawful? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And what about the maytah has been made unlawful? Eating it. So حُرِّمَتْ عَلَيْكُمُ الْمَيْتَةُ. What is maytah? First of all, an animal that has died by itself, a natural death, or by some other animal. And secondly, maytah also applies to that animal which has not been slaughtered properly. So حُرِّمَتْ عَلَيْكُمُ الْمَيْتَةُ. What are the two exceptions from the maytah which are lawful? The fish and the locust. وَالدَّمُ, and the blood. The blood is also unlawful for consumption. What type of blood? The flowing blood. Which means that after slaughtering the animal properly, if any blood comes out when you're cooking or when you're eating, that blood is okay. The blood that is unlawful for consumption is the one that flows out of the animal when slaughtering the animal. So if there is any blood that comes out of the meat when you're cooking or when you're eating, then that blood is permissible. And what are the two exceptions of dam that are halal? The liver and the spleen. وَلَحْمُ الْخِنْزِيرِ, and the flesh of the swine. Does it mean only the meat and nothing else besides the meat? Everything. Everything for the lahmul khinzir. Now why is the khinzir haram? Why is it unlawful? What's the hikmah behind it? What you eat affects you. Which is why, if you think of it, animals that are predatory, that catch other animals and they eat, those animals are unlawful for us. And the animals that are permissible for us to eat, including the birds, which ones are they? They're like very docile. So this is why those animals are permissible for us to eat that are gentle in its nature, because whatever a human being eats, it affects him. So وَلَحْمُ الْخِنْزِيرِ, the lahmul khinzir is also forbidden. وَمَا أُهِلَّ لِغَيْرِ اللَّهِ بِهِ, and that which was slaughtered in the name of other than Allah. Does it mean somebody else other than Allah, His name was pronounced only? What else does it include? If anyone's name or no one's name is mentioned besides that of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then that animal is forbidden. So if, for example, at the time of slaughtering, a person says, Bismi Jibril, or Nabi, or Masih, even if that person is a Muslim, or even if that person is of the Ahlul Kitab, if he slaughters an animal and at the time of slaughtering he dedicates it to Isa alayhi salam, or he dedicates it to a saint, or a prophet, or an angel, then that meat is unlawful for consumption. Because many times, inshallah, we will do the ayah today, in which it has been said that the food of the people of the book is lawful for you. But if someone from the people of the book also slaughters an animal, and he dedicates it to somebody other than Allah, then that meat is not lawful for us. Because if it was lawful, then there was no point of mentioning all of this detail. So وَمَا أُهِلَّ لِغَيْرِ اللَّهِ بِهِ. وَالْمُنْخَنِقَةُ, and the one that is strangled to death. What does that refer to? The animal chokes by itself, or it has been strangled by someone else. So, whether that animal has choked to death by itself, or it has been strangled by another animal, intentionally or unintentionally. Remember that. And remember that the munkhaniqa, mawquda, all of these animals that are mentioned over here, it doesn't just refer to bahimatul an'am. It doesn't just refer to the four-legged animals, but it also applies to birds. Alright? It also applies to birds. So if, for example, there is a chicken, and somebody just strangles the chicken to death, even that chicken is not lawful for consumption. Why? Because for birds even, they have to be slaughtered properly. Only the fish, they are different. So وَالْمُنْخَنِقَةُ وَالْمَوْقُودَةُ. What is the mawquda? If an animal dies because of a very severe blow, a fatal blow, whether that blow is a bullet, or whether it is a stone, or it is a stick, or anything like that, if the animal has been hit, and as a result of that blow, the animal dies, then that animal is unlawful for consumption. وَالْمُتَرَدِّيَةُ, what is the mutaraddiyah? That falls, and as a result of that fall, it dies. So that animal is also unlawful. وَالنَّطِيحَةُ, basically an animal that has been killed by another by its horns. وَمَا أَكَلَ السَّبُعُ, and that which has been eaten by the predatory animal. It says over here, وَمَا أَكَلَ السَّبُعُ. What the predatory animal has already eaten, it's in its stomach. Isn't it? مَا أَكَلَ السَّبُعُ, what this means is that what the predatory animal has killed in order to eat. What the predatory animal has killed, what he has hunted in order to eat. That's why he killed it. So even that animal is unlawful for you. Then Allah says, إِلَّا مَا ذَكَّيْتُمْ, except for that which you have made fit for consumption. What's the meaning of ذَكَّيْتُمْ? It is to legally slaughter an animal. And what does that include? That the blood is drained out of the corpse. It's drained out of the body. ذَكَّيْتُمْ, what's the root? ذَال كافية. So the meaning is not you cleansed or you purified. Okay, that's tazkiyah. This is what? That you slaughtered. The word that you see over here is tazkiyah, zakat. And zakat, not zakat, zakat is legal slaughter. To slaughter an animal properly, to make it fit for consumption. So, إِلَّا مَا ذَكَّيْتُمْ. So what does it mean by إِلَّا مَا ذَكَّيْتُمْ? What does the إِلَّا refer to? Is it an exception only from مَا أَكَلَ السَّبُعُ? No. It is an exception beginning from وَالْمُنْخَنِقَةُ. It's an exception beginning from مُنْخَنِقَة, مَوْقُوذَة, مُتَرَدِّيَة, نَطِيحَة, مَا أَكَلَ السَّبُعُ. It cannot apply to the maitah, because maitah is already dead. You can't do zakat of an animal that is already dead. Similarly, it cannot apply to khinzir. Okay, you cannot make the khinzir fit for consumption by legal slaughter even. Similarly, it does not apply to ma uhilla li ghayri Allahi bih, because that animal has also been already slaughtered. So when it has already been slaughtered, you can't slaughter it again. So the exception begins from where? Munkhaniqa. All the way up to ma akala sabr. And how do you know that you've been successful in doing the zakat of the animal? You cut the jugular vein, but what's the sign that this animal is fit for consumption now? What's the sign? How do you know that you have been able to do the zakat of the animal? That when you cut the vein, blood flows out. If the blood has already clotted inside, and even when you slaughter, no blood comes out, what does that mean? The animal is dead. You can't do the zakat of it now. So what's the sign? That when you cut the vein, blood flows out. And the blood is bright red in its color. And it's also warm. Because it's possible that when you find the animal is not moving anymore. It's possible. If the animal is not moving, what does that mean? The animal is dead. But you can quickly cut the vein, and if blood flows out and the blood is still warm, and it's bright red in its color, it's not clotting, then what does that mean? That the animal was still alive, even though it wasn't moving. So if you manage to flow warm blood out of the animal, you have been successful in doing the zakat of the animal, so enjoy it now. وَمَا ذُبِحَ عَلَى النُّصُبِ, and that which was slaughtered at the stone altars, khadra. What does it mean by that? First of all, an animal that has been slaughtered for the sake of idols. And the idols are what? The nusub. Why are they called nusub? Because there were some idols that the Arabs had fixed in certain places. They had fixed them in certain places. Some inside the Kaaba, some outside the Kaaba. So over there, they would go and slaughter the animal. So for the sake of the idol. Now, is this different from مَا أُهِلَّ لِغَيْرِ اللَّهِ بِهِ? How is it different? What's the point of mentioning, if you say it's same, what's the point of mentioning it twice? مَا أُهِلَّ لِغَيْرِ اللَّهِ بِهِ also means slaughtering for the idols. وَمَا ذُبِحَ عَلَى النُّصُبِ also means slaughtering for the idols. So what's the difference between the two? The first meaning is that it's dedicated to the idols. And secondly, nusub refers to the stone altar where the animal is slaughtered. So if, for example, even at that place, if the animal is being slaughtered and the person pronounces the name of Allah, still that animal is forbidden. Why? Because that place, it's a place of performing a particular ritual. But there's one more difference. Basically, مَا أُهِلَّ لِغَيْرِ اللَّهِ بِهِ is not just idols. It includes anything else, anyone else but the idols. Could be a person, could be a prophet, an angel. But مَا ذُبِحَ عَلَى النُّصُبِ is specifically idol. Specifically ritual slaughter. Ritual slaughter of a mushrik. That is forbidden. So وَمَا ذُبِحَ عَلَى النُّصُبِ, this is something that is forbidden. وَأَن تَسْتَقْسِمُوا بِالْأَزْلَامِ, and that you seek to divide with the arrows. What does it mean by that? أَن تَسْتَقْسِمُوا بِالْأَزْلَامِ, what are the two meanings? The first meaning is with regards to meat, gambling. Meaning, even if the animal was slaughtered properly, but you take the meat and you go and gamble. There's betting. And if a person wins some meat through gambling, that meat is unlawful. Why? Because the way he acquired it is unlawful. Just like money. If he acquires it through the same procedure, that money would be unlawful as well. Even if a person acquires an apple, that apple would be unlawful for him because the way of earning that meat is unlawful. So, أَن تَسْتَقْسِمُوا بِالْأَزْلَامِ first of all refers to gambling. And secondly, what does it mean? That He has also forbidden to you that you seek your fortune through using arrows. And this is something that the Arabs would do, that when they were confused about something, they would draw out arrows. If the arrow would say if'al, they would do it. If it said la taf'al, they wouldn't do it. If it said nothing, they would try again. Similarly, there was another set which said amarani rabbi, nahani rabbi, that my Lord commanded me and my Lord forbade me. And the third one again was empty, didn't say anything. So basically, when they were confused about something, when they had to decide about something, that's what they would do. What have we been taught? Istikhara. And istikhara does not mean you're going to have a dream. What you're doing is that you're only asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for khair. That whatever is good for me, make that easy for me. So وَأَن تَسْتَقْسِمُوا بِالْأَزْلَامِ, this is also something that is forbidden to you. ذَلِكُمْ فِسْقٌ, that is fisq. What is fisq? First of all, eating of that which has been prohibited. So all of the animals that have been mentioned over here, if a person eats from them, that is what? It's a sin. A person is getting out of the bounds of obedience. He is committing an act of disobedience. And secondly, ذَلِكُمْ, what does it refer to specifically? أَن تَسْتَقْسِمُوا بِالْأَزْلَامِ, that you try to seek your fate through arrows. الْيَوْمَ يَئِسَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا مِنْ دِينِكُمْ, today, the disbelievers have despaired from your religion. What does it mean by that? What does it mean by the fact that they have despaired about your religion? They have given up hope. About what? That you will ever leave your religion. That you will ever abandon your religion and revert to disbelief. Secondly, it has been said that الْيَوْمَ يَئِسَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا مِنْ دِينِكُمْ. What this means is that they have despaired that your religion will ever be defeated now. And this is especially in the case of the mushrikeen. But otherwise as well, not just in the tangible sense, but in the intangible sense, when it comes to hujjah, when it comes to evidence, who is victorious? The Muslim. Which day is this? Al-Yawma. This is Yawm Arafah. This day, meaning the day of Arafah. when this ayah was revealed. When this ayah was revealed at Hajjatul Wada', the farewell pilgrimage, on the day of Arafah, this ayah was revealed, and it was the 9th of Dhul Hijjah, and it was a Friday. So this day, meaning the day when this ayah was revealed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, يَئِسَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا مِن دِينِكُمْ, meaning you have become victorious. Others have said that what it means by al-yawma is not this particular day, but it means now. What does it mean? Now. Meaning not this very moment, not this very day, but what this means is that now. You have reached that stage, you have reached this level. Because this is something that is common in the Arabic language. Like for example, people say that قَدْ كُنْتُ فِي غَفْلَةٍ, I used to be in ghafla, فَالْيَوْمَ اسْتَيْقَظْتُ, and today I have woken up. What does it mean by today I have woken up? No. Now I have realized. It doesn't mean today, literally I woke up. But what does it mean? That now I have realized. So, al-yawma ya'isa alladhina kafaru, it refers to, according to the first opinion, the day of Arafah, the 9th of Dhul Hijjah, Hajjatul Wada', and others have said that doesn't refer to that particular day, but what it means is now, when this has happened. فَلَا تَخْشَوْهُمْ وَخْشَوْنِي, so do not fear them, but rather fear me. Why has this been said? That don't fear them when it comes to following the commands of Allah. When it comes to obeying the instructions of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, especially concerning halal and haram. And what happens to us many times? That if we say that, no, I cannot have this, or is this halal meat? Is this kosher? Like sometimes we ask, we are afraid of asking. We're fearful. But what does Allah say? Don't fear them. Who should you fear? You should fear me. You should fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Al-yawma akmaltu lakum dinakum. Today I have perfected your religion for you. What does it mean by kamal? When something is complete, it has been perfected, so that whatever purpose you wanted to achieve, you achieve that. So basically, kamal is to reach the completion and perfection of something that has already been started, and you fulfill the purpose. Purpose, the objective for which you started that particular project, you fulfill, you achieve, you acquire that purpose. So, al-yawma akmaltu lakum dinakum, what does it mean? That He has perfected and completed the deen for you. Meaning, all of the laws, all of the rulings concerning what is halal, what is haram, what is lawful, and what is prohibited. All of the rules of the Sharia, all of the obligations, all of the prohibitions, they have been completed, meaning you have been given all of those teachings now. Which is why it has been said that after this verse, nothing about what is lawful and what is unlawful was revealed, and the Prophet ﷺ died soon after this ayah was revealed. So, al-yawma akmaltu lakum dinakum wa atmamtu alaykum ni'mati, and I have completed my blessing upon you. Which blessing? The blessing of the deen. So how has this blessing been completed? By the perfection of the deen. وَرَضِيتُ لَكُمُ الْإِسْلَامَ دِينًا, and I have approved for you Islam as religion. What does it mean? That the only religion I have chosen for you, I like for you, I will accept from you is what? Islam. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who has taught this religion to us.